Everyone, welcome to Pepo Coin channel. I hope you will subscribe by the end of this video. Additionally, remember to check out the free Discord described below. It has a premium side as well, but it also has a wealth of excellent free material. In that Discord, we recently reached over 11,000 members. What are you all waiting for then? Come on over, you won't be sorry. In light of that, the market has been showing some green over the past several days, though nothing particularly noteworthy as of yet. Looking at the cryptocurrency list, we can see that the price of Bitcoin is just about $87,000, XRP is about $2.40, and Ethereum is almost $2,000. We are once again witnessing some good gains overall over the course of a day. After such dull price activity, it's nice to see some green, even though a lot of this is just rebounds off the lows. If we look at the top 500 gainers during the past 24 hours, that is at the moment, double-digit numbers everywhere once more. We adore witnessing it. It's encouraging to see some price movement in this area, even if I am aware that we aren't seeing any spectacular increases and that much of this is merely a bounce off the lows. Now, a lot of that must be related to the tariff talks and other cooling off topics. I will likely be creating a film on this topic soon since it is crucial to this area and what will happen next for the entire area. I'll talk about it again if those conversations kind of cool out. However, aside from that, the SEC and even Congress are beginning to provide some significant information. First, under the new leadership, Justin, the SEC will refocus its attention from crypto enforcement. This is fantastic. Additionally, I believe that it has already begun in some way. In the US, there have been a lot of approvals for cryptocurrency businesses, exchange-traded funds, and similar products. You know, I believe that the SEC will likely continue to provide us with a lot more updates and a lot of approvals for a variety of items, including ETFs, of course. As you are previously aware, we are concentrating on XRP ETFs. For XRP ETFs, there are more than 18 filings. Therefore, I do think that this will be a huge game changer for XRP whenever they are approved. Considering that XRP is currently trading at about $2.40, everyone is looking for a significant catalyst. Once more, I believe that the SEC will likely make the news on Thursday following their private meeting regarding the case's essentially completion. I do think that ETF applications are authorized after that, and XRP will likely see a large gain from $2.40 some cents if that is the case. It wouldn't bother me if the value doubled to about $5. That would be fantastic to watch, in my opinion. Apart from that, however, we are still aiming for a few significant changes about XRP due to the conclusion of the lawsuit. Furthermore, I do believe that Ripple will continue to grow quickly in the future. Additionally, Eleanor Tourette provided us with a significant update on X. The White House is pushing to get stablecoin legislation to the Senate floor next month, which is new to me, with this week's events in Washington. The focus of Wednesday's Digital Chamber Blockchain Summit is cryptocurrency policy. I've said it every time we consider the state of stable currency. The market for stablecoins will continue to grow significantly. As you can see from the circles on the right side of my screen, USDC is becoming more and more popular in Japan. Additionally, there is a significant update from Crypto.com and the Trump media accounts. In the midst of the controversy, they plan to introduce ETFs. Everyone has now discussed specific topics related to Crypto.com and similar topics. Ultimately, though, we are beginning to see some significant developments concerning Crypto.com and stablecoins in general. Stablecoins will undoubtedly take up a larger portion of this market, in my opinion. I've said it correctly every time. We currently have about 200 billion USD, which should grow to trillions in 3 years. As a result, stablecoins will experience significant growth and acceleration, and legislation, in my opinion, is where it all starts. Speaking of that, the bill is now scheduled to move to the Senate floor, where it is anticipated that Majority Leader John Thune will introduce it for discussion. Nevertheless, the bill must also pass the House of Representatives before it can be signed into law. There, MPs must settle any discrepancies between the House's version, known as the Stable Act, and the Genius Act. On April 2, the House Financial Services Committee is set to mark up the Stable Act, which is sponsored by French Hill and Brian Steele. The White House does, however, hope that the bill will be signed into law in its current form if the Senate's version receives sufficient support. Therefore, if everything goes according to plan, we could have stablecoin legislation passed into law by the end of April. However, at this point, I believe that stablecoin legislation will very certainly become law before the end of this year, and that will be very important for ROUS. It will have a significant impact on Ripple, Additionally, I do believe that will have a significant impact on XRP and the XRP ledger. Now, discussing XRP, Ripple, and other similar topics, recently Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse spoke on Fox Business, and we have here that, as I stated on Mornings Maria today, I firmly believe that anticipated crypto legislation, along with earlier guidance and statements rescinded by the SEC and the OCC are underestimating the significance of unlocking the U.S. market and enabling financial institutions to work with crypto after more than 4 years of obstacles. The United States is prepared to take the lead again, and once more, this is all after the case is essentially over. We are awaiting the announcement from the SEC. That should go place this Thursday, I think. Here is the official video, though. I am aware that the video clip is a little bit longer. Although I don't usually broadcast lengthy video clips, this one is worth seeing because there are a lot of discussions about the SEC's dismissal and what it actually implies for the U.S. market in relation to the growth. Kudos to Bank XRP for this. Take a look. Welcome back. Today, let's check the prices of cryptocurrencies. Look at it. All in all, they are higher. The Securities and Exchange Commission has concluded its inquiry into the ripple effect of cryptocurrency exchange, the most recent, of the Trump administration's deregulation efforts in the digital asset market. Now, the CEO of Ripple is joining me. Back with us is Brad Garlinghouse. It's good to see you, Brad. I really appreciate you being here. It's wonderful to return. Good to see you. Well, congratulations on the SEC's action. Right now, what does this allow you to do? Thank you. Congratulations in many respects to the entire industry, I believe. As you are well aware, Ripple was one of the first cryptocurrency startups to face legal action from the SEC. At the beginning, we predicted that the SEC would be on the wrong side of history and breaking the law. To sort of prove it out, it took longer than we would have liked, and the legal fees were more than $150 million. However, we're overjoyed with the final result. It enables us to truly open up the U.S. market, which has been quite hostile and has presented numerous challenges for the whole cryptocurrency business. Definitely. And we observed how investors responded. Over the past week, XRP has increased in value. However, Brad, I'd like to know what you think Japanese banks might be planning to do in terms of XRP adoption. When you look at international markets, what can you tell us about Ripple's growth story? We were essentially shut out of the U.S. market after the U.S. government filed a lawsuit. Approximately 95% of Ripple's current clientele are financial institutions based outside of the United States. These are some of the biggest financial firms, which include payment providers you may not have heard of, as well as HSBC and BBVA. I believe that markets like Japan are still opening up. This is a huge market opportunity. Trillions of dollars are moving across international borders. The SWIFT network, if you will, still controls a major portion of it. And architecture is that. The technical architecture in question was created half a century ago. The time for modernization is now. That requires time, especially when the U.S. government is essentially stifling that innovation. But now that the Trump impact, if you will, is so strong, that is shifting. Asset prices are showing that, but the adoption of these technologies will also show that. Yes, and I believe that when you look at the growing story of Ripple, does it still originate from abroad? Do you anticipate a shift in Ripple's level of domestic interest? 6 weeks after President Trump's election, we are undoubtedly already witnessing a shift in the domestic interest. In the United States, we signed more agreements than we had in the preceding half year. Thus, these technologies are highly inventive. In terms of how they integrate and rewire the U.S. financial system, I believe they will take 10 or even 20 years to complete. It's across payments. That includes maybe the settlement of securities and real estate deals as well.